Hi everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and I'm back, hopefully. So this video is just going to be a little bit of both a YouTube shop update and also a little bit of a life update. I'm going to start with the shop update, so if that's all you want to watch, listen to, etc., you can just tag out after that, but I will try and put little timestamps in the description if you just are wanting the life update. But I imagine you kind of want the YouTube and the life update, so probably watch the whole thing. So first up, YouTube, because there are some people that might just want to know that. I am coming back. That is the plan. The plan is to do 2 videos a week. One memory plan with me, which will be sped up and voiceovered rather than talked through, and one other video. So they will hopefully go up on a Monday and Friday, but if I can't do that, I'm not going to do it. Like, if I'm struggling with that, if I have to skip a video, if I have to skip 2 weeks, I'm going to do it. But if I can, that will be the goal. But we'll see. I don't want to set unrealistic expectations for myself. I don't want that. I want this to be fun and enjoyable, and that's more important to me than anything else. I'm definitely not going to be doing vlogs, so there's that. Not at the moment, at least. Maybe things will change in the future. Maybe I'll have a vibe to want to do vlogs again, but at the moment I just want to do a memory plan with me and another planner video of some sort. The shop, on the other hand, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I definitely want to reopen. That's not in question. I definitely want it to be open in some way, shape or form, but if you listen to the live update, you'll understand this, but it needs to be in a way that is a lot more manageable for me and a lot easier for me, and, you know, allows me to have a bit more of a life than I was having before, because I was doing nothing but 2 jobs and guiding, basically, before I took my break. There are a few ways I'm thinking of doing this. It could be that I open only with in-stock products and I just restock when I can and just sell those. It could be that I open with a select number of products, like only scripts or only icons, or not like only one thing, but a much more reduced level of things, so there's less work, basically. I might just reopen just doing foil bundles or something like that. I don't know yet. I really don't. Or I might just open for like just 1 weekend a month or a couple of weekends a month. when I first come back, I'm not going to be doing new releases, but I will get back to new releases at some point, but they might not be monthly. I don't know. The answer is, to the shop, it's coming back. How and when, I don't know, but it is. And I'll probably be putting a questionnaire about it up, so keep your eyes open for that. But that's kind of it for that. The other way I've thought about changing the shop is moving, rather than hand lettered and hand drawn everything, just doing typed scripts with fonts and things. So yeah, let me know what you think of these ideas down below. That's kind of it for my shop and YouTube update. If you want to hang around for the life update, I'm going to move on to that now. Before I get into that, I do want to give some trigger warnings. This isn't going to be very easy for me to talk about at times. Like, I'm trying to be chirpy and bubbly, but this story isn't that, and that's not how I'm feeling. I'm nearly crying already. So I want to give some trigger warnings for suicidal thoughts and suicidal intent, hospitalisation and mentions of the Mental Health Act. So if those things are going to trigger you, the main things you need to know, you kind of will know from those trigger warnings. So I've never hidden on this channel that I've had episodes of depression, sometimes worse than others, and that I took a year out of university in 2016 to 2017 because of my depression. I was very open about how it deteriorated last year, and at the beginning of this year, sorry, I'm filming this in 2023, I know it's 2024 when you're seeing it, at the beginning of 2023 I shared how I was deteriorating, and I definitely shared that. I've always been open with that. That's not new news, or it shouldn't be if you watch my channel before. There's been a lot of stressors in my life over the last few years. I'm not going to go into them here, but I have a lot of stressors recently, and it just got too much, and my mental health just flopped, and I couldn't keep going with what I was doing. After about 10 people had told me to, including my supervisors at work, I finally saw my doctor at the end of March, and he immediately, and I mean immediately, signed me off, I'd already referred myself for talking therapies, and did as much as he could to support me. I'm a bit hazy on the details. Honestly, I don't remember much of this period of my life. A lot of the next bits of information are going to be stuff either I do know or that other people know and I know happened, you know? I was not good. Like, I was really not good, and I was getting a lot of support. I was seeing the mental health nurse at my practice, I was seeing my GP, I was seeing the social prescriber, I had mind involvement, I had practitioner health, who are people that support those in healthcare with mental health problems. I had my family and my friends. I had a lot of support going on. Despite all of that and a change in my meds, I was getting worse. And when I say worse, I mean I was getting much worse. I got to the point I wasn't moving. Like, I was just not getting out of bed. I wasn't moving. I wasn't speaking. And then my hope went. My hope really went. Before that I was having suicidal thoughts. I didn't want to be here. But I had hope. And the thoughts about my husband and my family and how they would take my death, they didn't matter anymore. I still knew that it would break them, but I was breaking them anyway, and I was going to break them more. And I completely lost my hope. Those of you who don't know, my husband's a GP. He is now a fully qualified GP, by the way. He saw how bad I got and immediately rang the crisis team. They came, and I didn't care. I didn't want to engage. I didn't want to speak to them. I just wanted to die, and I really wanted to die. There's no hiding that. Because of how it was, they initially arranged a mental health act assessment because they didn't think I had the capacity. It was quite late at night when this all happened, so they arranged it for the next day. The next day, after much convincing from my mum, who was abroad at the time, my husband, my friends, my sister, I say friends, I mean one friend particularly, and she's watching this video and she knows who she is. I decided that I didn't want to be sectioned. I didn't want to be forced into hospital if I was going to go into hospital, and I wanted the bit of freedom you get with being an informal patient if I had to go into hospital, because the only way that day was ending was with me in hospital. The only question was whether I was going to be informal or under the Mental Health Act. And that's how that day went. That night I was admitted. I don't remember much of the first bits of my admission, I really don't. I couldn't tell you what happened. I know my meds were stopped and I was started on new meds. I was started on things to help me calm down when I was really bad. It's all facts. Like, I don't remember because I was that poorly. I barely told anyone at the time. I think I told 3 friends and my immediate family. That was it. And even my brother, found out a bit later. In hospital, they started me on new meds. I was initially started on venlafaxine, which is an antidepressant. When that wasn't doing enough after they'd rapid titrated it, they added in an antipsychotic, quetiapine, at a mood stabilising dose. I had psychotherapy. I was a lovely psychotherapist in the hospital who I had lots of sessions with, and we went over a lot of the stresses of my life with him. I also had occupational therapy because I was literally doing nothing. I wasn't eating. I ended up under a dietitian on a refeeding plan because I literally wasn't eating. I didn't eat anything for 5 days because I just didn't care. I had no appetite. My appetite's still shit. My sleep is still shit. It's a lot better than it was. I'm actually eating again. I was in hospital for 2 months, at which point we decided it was safe for me to be home. I was still actively suicidal, but I didn't think I'd go through with it anymore, which was the important part. I was safe enough, because hospital is not the right place to be recovering. It's not. But I needed something, and the admission, although it was horrible and I hated it, it's what I needed. It really is. I don't think I'd have got better without it, and that's scary. Since I've been discharged, so I was in for 2 months from mid-May to mid-July. It took a long time for me to start to recover at home. I was still doing nothing. I was still really struggling with my sleep, with my appetite. I'm still struggling with those things. I still most nights get about 5 to 6 hours sleep. It's more than the 3 or 4 I was getting, but it's not enough for me. It's taken a long time to get to the point I am at now, which is a point where I feel like I can restart sharing on YouTube and get back to some things that I normally really enjoy. That's been one of the really hard parts of this. I've not enjoyed anything. Like, anything. But I am doing better now. I'm not really having suicidal thoughts anymore. They're very, very fleeting when they do happen, and they're not regular at all. There is still a long way to go. I'm still not myself. Like, as much as I'm going to try and be bubbly and like my whole self on this channel, that isn't where I'm at, and I am going to be real as well as being that bubbly masking person. I'm never going to lie to you guys. Life's hard, and the past 9 months have taught me quite how hard it can be. I'm not back at work yet. I always said I was going to be back at work before I came back to YouTube or my shop, but actually I'm seeing an OT again in the community. I have a wonderful, wonderful community mental health team. I've seen the consultant several times, twice I think since I've come out of hospital. I've seen my care coordinator every other week-ish, and now I'm seeing the OT and having intervention from her. And last week we talked about this. We talked about work versus Tilly journals and what I should get back to first, and we realised there's a lot of skills I need to go back to work. There's a lot I need to be able to do, and actually this channel and my shop are ways that I can like build towards those things without it being completely overwhelming and it being in my control in a way that work won't be. Yes, I'll have a phased return, and I'm due to see occupational health at the end of the month. It's December when I'm filming this, so I'll have seen them by the time you've seen this video. But it's going to be a process getting back to work, and there's a lot I'm going to need to be able to do, and I'm not there yet. More importantly than that, I don't want life to go back to how it was. I want to have time to rest, to have fun, to do things I want to do. I don't want to go to my day job, come home, work on Tilly journals, do guiding, and not have a minute to myself or think. I need to take that time for me and time to rest. And that means not just bowing in headfirst to this channel or to life or to the shop. It means taking my time and assessing things how they go. And that's what I'm going to be doing probably for a few months at least with YouTube, until I know that what I'm trying to do is manageable again. If it's not, it might change. I'm not promising I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week forever. It might go down to 1. It might stop. I don't know. I need to find out what's manageable for me. And the reason I'm starting filming in early December is to do this as slowly as I need to do it, and to take the time I need to take. So yeah, that's kind of my updates. Oh, I know what you won't know is that actually when I go back to work I will be doing GP training, and I will be doing training 60%. After my phase return I will still be 60%, and that's going to be what I need. I needed that time for a long time. I set my goals when I set my 2023 and 2023, my 23 and 2023, whoops, I said go less than full time because I knew then I needed it. And that was before all of this. So yeah. Let me know your big life updates or any life updates down below. I'd love to have a chat with you guys. That is what I miss. I miss talking to people. I miss being around people. And the planning community is a great place to do that. I haven't been planning most of the time I've been gone. I've started journaling. I started that in hospital and I haven't missed a day other than when I was abroad. We went on a very brief holiday in August, very last minute. We booked on the Wednesday, we flew on the Sunday, last minute. Other than that, I think I've journaled every day since coming out of hospital, and it's something that's really helping me. I got back into memory planning. I'm trying to catch up. I'm putting down spreads for September and I'm doing scripts for July, I think, at the moment. So we're getting there. And by the time you see this video, hopefully I'll be caught up, because you'll be seeing, hopefully, you'll have seen December's 1st? Is there a plan with me first? Yes, the first will have been a memory plan with me. So yeah, that's where I've been. That's what I'm planning to do. I don't know why I'm finishing this video for like a third time, but that is all I have. And I hope to see you in my next video with a memory plan with me on Monday. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate any love and support, and my inbox is always open on Instagram. I'm Tilly Journals, like I am here. And if you're struggling, please reach out. Thanks for watching. Bye.